Shifting now to Italy, for the first time ever, Israel is sending 2 representatives to the World Lifesaving Championships competition. And one of the 2, Sarah Vanunu, is joining us in studio to tell us more. Sarah, it is a pleasure to have you back with us. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so first of all, congratulations on being chosen to represent Israel at the Games. What does it feel like to represent Israel on the world stage like this?
It's a great honor. It's really exciting. This is the first time that Israel's ever sent a delegation to the World Lifesaving Championships, and it's just a great honor.
Now, I know that you have you've also competed in the Macabre Games in 2020, in the 21st Macabre Games. Is there a difference maybe in the feeling that you have right now?
The Macabre Games that we just had in July, that was the first time that surf lifesaving was a competitive sport here in Israel. But it's not a new sport. It's known around the world. So although it was the first time to be competing here in Israel, I think what we're going to see in Italy this week is a very different league. I think we're up against very stiff competition. And it's the world's best. It's like the Olympics of surf lifesaving.
Well, and so that's another thing I wanted to ask you. I know that you've only started surfing fairly recently. How did you catch the eye of the national Israeli team?
It's a great question. I ask myself the same question. I think during Corona, during the lockdowns, when we were forbidden to venture out of our house, more than 2 kilometers, that's when I really got into open water swimming. The beach was open, and I lived within 2 kilometers, and it became a kind of a escape from the house and the craziness. The more I swam, the more I got into it and wanted to get involved. I joined the Israel Lifesaving Federation. Anyone can join, from children from the age of 7 up until adults. And the more I volunteered and the more I got into it, it filled me with a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. I get a lot of joy out of it. Last week, during the Kinneret swim, the annual Speedo Kinneret swim, we had 10,000 swimmers there. The Israel Lifesaving Federation volunteered to make sure that no one drowns. And I was part of the crew on the board for 7 hours. I pulled out 4 people that were not able to complete the race.
Wow.
And I just think that Israel has such a surf culture, such a strong water culture here. It makes a lot of sense that this becomes a sport, a competitive sport. So I'm happy to be one of the pioneers here.
Well, and so can you walk us a little bit further through what the sport entails? What are some of the skills that you're competing on?
Competitive surf lifesaving is testing the skills required for lifesavers. So speed, basically, swimming, running, there's flags events, there's the kayaks, there's paddling out on boards. Some of the events take place in swimming pools. I'm personally competing in the ocean swim. There's quite a few heats, different children, masters, nationals, men's, women. There's about 5,000 people heading to Italy this week from around the world. So while Israel is sending only a small team of just 2 of us, because it's a very new sport here, every other country has a more considerable sized team. And in 2028, it is a sport at the Olympics in Los Angeles, and in 2032, it's a sport in the Brisbane Olympics in Australia.
Amazing.
So Israel has a chance.
Right. I mean, and you're paving the way towards it. But okay, so what more can you tell us about the competition as a whole? What maybe are some of the other events that are involved? And what is the significance of a competition like this? Does this pave the way towards changes, or does it influence global policy in terms of emergency services?
That's an interesting question. In terms of paving the way into diplomacy, the other guy that's in the cohort with me, he's already in Italy, and he's sending me photos. I wasn't able to join because it was Rosh Hashanah, so I stayed behind. And he's sending me photos of the vice president of the Surf Lifesaving Federation from Saudi Arabia. Or he's sending me photos with the contingent from Iran and from Jordan and from Egypt. And it just shows the power of sport. And especially in a sport like lifesaving, when you're in the water, it doesn't matter who you are.
Right.
People are people. Lives are equal. So in Israel, I think we have an issue here with drowning, and people can say, oh, it's an issue with the periphery, or if it's an issue with this socioeconomic sector. It doesn't matter who you are. Life is a life, and by saving one life, as it says in the Tanakh, you're saving a whole world. So I think that all the people who are at this event, they get that, they realize that. And it's nice that Israel is stepping up to the plate and is beginning to realize it as well.
All right, well, I think that this is so exciting, and I'm so excited to have you here to discuss it with us. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck in the competition.
Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, it's Emmanuel Kadosh. I wanted to invite you all to subscribe to ILTV Plus, where you can find our daily news and updates about Israel. And not only that, but live feeds, entertainment, our kosher food show, and so much more. Needless to say, your subscription to ILTV Plus helps us grow and create more content while also supporting the state of Israel. Our app is available on all platforms and devices, so I'll see you guys there.